Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Susie here from Susie Mac Creations, and I'm with you today to decorate the inside of my ongoing Lovely Lilacs journal, and it's a folio journal. And from the previous video we decorated the front cover after scoring and choosing our base cover paper or cardstock. This time we're going to add our closure and decorate the insides. So I've already measured out my papers and decided that on this particular left hand side I'm going to go with this very pretty paper here and making a side pocket or a side tuck spot to go there. From the middle section I've decided to go with 2 pockets, and both exactly the same size to fit the inside of our journal. I've measured it, added on 1/2 inch either side and the bottom, and we shall cut these and decorate them as we go along. So that's 2 pockets. For this side we are going to decorate just using the same paper as we're going to be using on the left hand side, and I'll put this to the side. I've already made some of my ephemera, but before we can add this we need to add our closure, which is going to be a tie off. I'm going to add these 1 inch circles here, and I've chosen a beautiful little brad, you can see here, to go through to keep it secure, and we'll add our threads or our twine later on. So instead of doing the left, let's do the closure. Turn it round, and I've already cut out 2 white circles and distressed them with my distress ink, and I've cut out another piece of paper to match the front cover. So let's glue these down. How are we all today? I hope you're all well. It's quite a nice day here. Not hot by any standards, but pleasant. No sunshine, it's kind of overcast, but a kind of warmish feel to the air, so it's a bit muggy. So that's our closure glued, and we want it in the center from top to bottom. So let's measure it up. I would normally just eyeball it, but because we are doing, it's 8 1/4, so we want it at 4 2/8. I'll just grab a pencil. So if it's 4 2/8, and we want it roughly in the center, 4 1/2. Should make a mark there, and we do want it really in the center because, yes, we do. And this closes over. Yes, I think I want it in the center. So here we go. Put my ruler away. Grab my pokey tool. Which I should have had out, but I haven't. Oh dear. Right, let's get this out first. I'll do this. That's a blade, not a pokey tool. We use this one. No, it's a blade. Goodness me, Susie, Susie, Susie. There's a pokey tool. So we're just going to pierce our hole here. We also need to pierce our hole in the center of our what am I like today? I don't know. My twits in the tree. Excuse me just for 1 second. And we're going to just eyeball this because I'm hoping that's the center. And we'll put our brad through here. And we'll put it through here. And we won't close it too tight, but we certainly want to flatten it down slightly. That's fine. And I'm going to put a little piece of masking tape over the top so that it doesn't poke through too much from the paper that we're going to be adding. And the paper we're adding is not that thick. It's 120, no, it's 160 grams. So that's our closure on, which is lovely. We'll add our threads shortly, but in the meantime, let's decorate the inside of this one. And I haven't cut the paper right up to the edge because we are putting a side pocket on, or a side tuck spot, so there's no need to waste too much paper as it's not going to be seen. We'll just edge this up. And let's take a card and flatten it down. And we shall add this to our side pocket. Now the reason I'm not giving you measurements is you can work those measurements out for yourself really. Most of you have made lots of pockets and tuck spots, etc. before. Just add this on like so. Bring it down slightly. These have all been inked up after I measured them and cut them out. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just glue on 3 sides, add our pocket. I'm not going to put a notch in this one, because when we add our ephemera, you'll note it's a pocket. Here we go. Just line it up, top to bottom, side to side. Secure it down, get rid of any excess glue. And that will be our side pocket. And I've already made an ephemera card. And this is just from one of the printouts that I did. This one came, this was a freebie from Amanda's Facebook group. And I've just added a little tab to it and some stenciling on the back. That pops in there. I also printed out from her French ephemera collection an invoice, which I have inked up on the back and just added some distressing to it, some coffee dyed. That goes there, and this can go in there too. Gives you another nice journaling spot. So we'll take these out and we shall add our pockets. Now the pockets are the same size. I measured from the inside to the inside of our gusset. Added on 1/2 inch, 2 sides and the bottom. We're just going to miter these. Miter one of them. We're not going to miter this one. What I am going to do is just cut across a slight angle. Move these out the way. Fold these up and burnish them, making sure that they don't meet across here, otherwise it would be too bulky. Just burnish them down. And this will be the bottom pocket. And I'm going to line this up with the bottom of the page, but making sure that it doesn't encumber it on the gussets at the side. So we shall glue this into place. That's slightly off kilter. I'm just eyeballing it to the bottom of the page. And burnishing it. Making sure that it's not coming over. What I'm going to do with this one is I am going to burnish there and burnish 2 sides, and I'm going to cut off just the corners and do this one at an angle. Cut off here. Do this one at an angle, just a slight angle, not a great big so that this now should be able to slide in just slightly, a little light-handed there. I need to take that off slightly, and oops, oh my goodness, Susie, what are you doing? Tiny bit. This is going to eventually slide in there perfectly so that we can glue it down now. Just going to burnish this bottom bit here. Add some glue. This gives us 2 pockets, and it gives us a shorter, obviously, pocket and a very tall pocket where you could add a long piece of ephemera, an extra large tag. Now, how are we going to decorate? I think I've pulled this one to decorate the top, and I'm just slightly too tight, so I'll take a sliver from that, and that will go in there nicely. So that, again, we're using minimum paper for decoration, so we shall glue this one down. Now, I haven't decided how to decorate these 2 pockets, whether to decoupage them or just to add something from the collection. We've got decoupage here, and we'll have the same on this side. Go in and go down, please. I just want to leave a tiny gap at the top. The middle, that would be a tag in there, not tall enough for that one, but as I say, you could put another piece of ephemera in here. So how are we going to decorate? Oops, that's that one. How should we decorate these 2? And I thought I had left out some paper to decorate, but it's not important. We can come back and do this when I print out some more paper. Let's pop this down to cover our inside. Turn this around this way. Get a one folder and we shall make sure it's all popped down. Lovely. And all we've got to do for the inside is to decorate these two pages, which we'll come and do when we're adding our signature. I shall choose the paper, but it's actually looking quite pretty at the moment. I'm not happy with that because that's actually just slightly larger than I want, so we can rectify that. We can take off just the edge, get our rounder, oops, just round the two corners, get our distress tool, just ink up, and that should fit in much better so that it closes over nicely. Now what are we going to do? We're going to put some seam binding, or actually yes, I looked out some pretty lilac vintage seam binding, and that goes quite well. Now what we could have done is we could have added it to, we could have secured it with the brad, but as I didn't, I'm going to do a slip knot. I'll do a slip knot, that's what I'll do. And I'm not sure how much I'm going to need, so I'm going to bring it all through. Not going to need that much, that's for sure. But let's do it so that it's secured. And we can slip this over and bring this up to secure it. I've made life harder for myself here, but I think if we, no, I'm not happy with that at all. So I'm going to cut this off. Cut it off, take it out, because I'm not happy with that at all. I'm making a faff of this one right enough, aren't I? I'm just going to put it round, and I'm going to Let's see how much I need. First of all, I'm bringing it back. 1, 2, 3. To there and there. Cut this off. Find the centre. Put this here and tie it. Like so. It shouldn't need a double tie, and if we bring this round, we can just do it that way. You know, I'm going to end up taking this off, putting another piece of paper, because I'm not happy. She's not a happy bunny. And if you're not a happy bunny, and I'm not going to edit this because mistakes, we all make mistakes. And I should have planned this out better, but hey ho, I didn't. And I really am making a pig's ear of this now. Right, I'm going to cut this off. Get my scalpel. Take this off. That off and start over again. We can salvage that. We can salvage that. The hole's already pre-cut. We just need another piece of paper. Just flatten it out so that when I come to re-stick the paper, we haven't got any loose ends. Take that down there. Are you happy to see me making these mistakes? Because I'm not. Oh, for goodness sake. Take this off. And what I will do to strengthen this piece of cardstock, I will get another piece. And I will cut it to exactly the same size as my original. Let's move all this rubbish out the way. And I'm just going to cut this down. Put that to the side. Get a trimmer. Edger, corner rounder, so that when we come to add it, this will make it nice and strong. But first, we're going to, and I don't even like that now. No, I don't like it. It's going right off it. So I'm going to go with, I think we'll go with the beige. We'll go with some sari silk. And I have lots of this lovely cream sari silk. And I think if we start here and glue it down, put it through, then add our secure inner with some paper on top. I'm going to stop there and come back in a minute. Okay guys, I'm back with you. Oh, that was a nightmare. I've printed off a couple of sheets of the lovely lilac papers so that we can finish the inside of this little journal. And what I have done is I've already added the paper for the inside to strengthen that piece. But before we do that, I've added a little bit of tape, red liner tape, to the front where my closure is going to go. And I have glued, I've chosen some sari silk, and I've glued two pieces of it together, which I'm going to pop on the front here. I found my pokey tool, so I'm going to go from the back here and just, I want to go through the sari silk just slightly so that I know where my closure is going to go. So if we pop the closure in there and open up the tongs at the back, press down firmly. That's going nowhere. Now we can glue this on, and this will hide all the mistakes I made, all the multitude of mistakes I made. So let's glue it down. I've also chosen the paper to cover the two pockets, and I decided, well, I'll show you in a wee second what I've decided to go with. Still papers from the collection, but I've gone with the actual journaling papers rather than the pattern, just to break it up a little, because I think I've got an awful lot of pattern here. So I'm going to just line this up with the corner at the top and the corner at the bottom. Just make sure it's all secured. And I'm going to use my bone folder and take it from the front here, and then from the back, so that everything is, all the gubbins are hidden, and when we come to close it, it's just a matter of wrapping it round a couple of times, and I shall cut that off, obviously. Take some loose threads. I've cut this off. I may add a dangle at the bottom, but for the moment that's our closure done. So we'll go back to the inside, and I've chosen, as I say, the journaling pages are So all you need to do really is fold them and add them to your, if you were doing an A5 type journal, just fold them. But I have printed this out because I want just these two pieces here, just to break it up, the floral aspect. And I've cut this one slightly longer because it's going inside the page here. Pocket, I should say. It's going inside the pocket, and this one is going down here. So we'll glue these in place. And they still marry up beautifully with the beiges and pastel cream in the other papers that I'm using here. Pop this in here, take it down, even it up, and then we shall do the same with the bottom. I may add some decorations to these, but they'll have to be flat. They can't be raised. It can't be anything too heavy either, because we still have our signature to go in. Just marry up these two edges up here, bottom. Could do some stamping on here. Now I did cut out a couple of pieces of lace that I was going to add, but I'm not sure yet if I will. I think we would need to go with a darker piece of lace. Let's see what we've got here. And I think that's too heavy. No, I think we'll go with something else, but we can do that at a later stage. What I have done is I made a little tag to go in here, but I also made a little journaling booklet to go into the top here. And this was very, very simple. All I did was add a piece of tea-dyed paper, coffee-dyed paper, add some spare papers from the collection. I folded up the bottom to make little pockets, and these can hold that's for little receipts or tags, miniature tags. I decorated them too. I folded it over to suit the width, and again adding just some paper. I used a similar closure as I had on the front, just added it to the top, and this just folds round like so to keep it closed. And I added two little circle punch elements to the bottom of the thread closure, so that will go in there like so. And so far it's coming along nicely. What I will do the next time is I'm going to go and make some ephemera for my signature. Choose my papers and the extra papers because we've already chosen some of them. As you can see, it's coming along quite nicely, but we are going to add some ephemera and some other papers, and then we shall sew our signature in, and that will be it complete, and hopefully without any disasters. So thank you very much for bearing with me. I don't know how to edit videos, so this will be a one section, and then I will put the other section in because I don't know how to join them together. But I hope you enjoyed the process, but not my mistakes. But we all make mistakes, and as I say, they're always fixable. So in the meantime, thank you very much for bearing with me, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye for now.